Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Revisited. I'm Nye, and we are in Valuan airspace searching for the Arc Whale, Rhaknam, to help Drachma get his revenge for his dead kid and his dead sailors. In order to do this, we must sort of fly our way around the Valuan airspace around here and find it, and I can never remember where it is. There's a certain very specific spot you have to go to. Didn't realize going into that fight exactly how damaged I happened to be. Okay, well, we need to go look around. I can never remember exactly where you find the whale. Let's continue searching around. You can hear the whale every so often. I think it's supposed to... The actual sound of the whale is supposed to lead you to it, but I always go in the wrong direction. At a certain point, Drachma will pipe up and go, hey, no, we're not allowed to go in that direction anymore. I can never remember what direction it is that we need to go into. There we go. Apparently I found it. So cutscene ensues, and we're going to start seeing Little Jack just sort of piloting through the fog here. Everybody's looking around, and Vice hears a sound. That sounds apparently like cannon fire, so says Eka. And Drachma immediately sees it. You know, there's Rhaknam. Remember, this guy is big. Drachma realizes who it is, and, here comes Rhaknam coming like it, the oncoming storm or something like that. It dodges, it's currently playing a gigantic game of chicken. It decides to get out of the way, and we almost hit it. Vice is not exactly the best pilot, apparently. So over there we see that, there's a couple of airships kind of flying along this thing. And that one has the one in the middle looks like it's compensating for something. I don't know. I mean, that gigantic pronged something or other on the front of it. They are firing at it with kind of every cannon that they have. And that doesn't seem quite sporting when you're talking about gigantic arc wheel. You want to harpoon the thing. Get a little bit of skill in it. Don't just shoot cannons off it off 3 different ships. Vice wants to know whose ship that is, and Drachma comments that he heard rumors the Armada altered their chain of command, and that is Ramirez's ship. He was Galcian's vice captain, and now he's the most feared officer in the Armada. And once again, Fina seems to know that name. Eka wonders what's wrong with that, but Fina doesn't want to, give up her secrets just so quickly. So she seems a little bit preoccupied, and Vice comments that they can't fight both of them at the same time, and wants to know who they should go after first. Drachma believes we should take out the Valuan ships first, and he doesn't want to have them interfering in the fight with Rhaknam. He wants to kill Rhaknam with his own hands. So it's off to battle stations to take out the other 2 cruisers before we take out Ramirez's cruiser itself. This sounds like a great idea. Let's just engage with these things. Now, of course, you can always tell exactly how hard the fight is supposed to be based on the music that plays during the fight. And in this case, the music you're hearing right now, Air Pirates Come, you'll regret the day you stood against blah, 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 blah. But you can tell based on the music that this is not meant to be a particularly difficult fight. We're doing what is essentially the random battle, like the, standard random battle of airship fights. Now, do keep in mind that at some point in the future, I need to do 10 of these that are not storyline scripted. This one, for example, is storyline scripted. This one you must do. Whereas you've seen ships floating around every so often that when I get close, my compass starts pinging a little bit. Those are the so-called random encounters. I have to do at least 10 of those to get Sky Pirate Vice, Vice Sky King, whatever it is, the good ending. I gotta get at least 10 of those, so we'll go do those down the line. I don't intend to do it right now with this ship because I just don't want to do it. They're not quite fun with this ship. There's easier ways to do it. So we're just gonna focus up because there's only one thing I intend to do to this ship. Now remember, we saw 2 ships that were flanking Ramirez, and we're fighting one of them now. This is another one of those times where the game assumes that because you beat one, you have the ability to beat the other, and therefore there's no problem. So that's what's going to happen here. I'm going to beat this guy, and if I remember correctly, we just flat out beat the second one as a matter of course. Looks like I'm not going to be allowed to... oh, yes, I will. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead, and we're going to toss Incremus up. Now, Incremus on the ship makes that the Increment effect lasts for 4 turns, as opposed to just 2. It's not the best use of ability that you could possibly have, and by that I mean it is useful, but they're... how to word it? 2 turns for 4 mana, 4 turns for 16 mana. It's not exactly the best use of your SP. The thing is, you don't have to cast again 2 turns later, and that itself is worth that extra 8 SP right there. So that's why that is. Not having to waste, say, Vice's turn on... Wow, that hurt like hell. I might actually go down here. There's a distinct possibility that I could die in just a second based off of those hits, because he hit really, really hard, and I wasn't expecting that. My health is not exactly the biggest deal in the world right now. So we're going to fire off a couple torpedoes. Hopefully I'll be able to get my health back up. But I don't know. Kind of depends on... He's awaiting orders. That's lucky. I am a very lucky person right now. Otherwise I could have gone down just now. We'll do a couple firing off. We'll shoot off the 5mm cannon. Or 5mm, yeah. 5-inch cannon. I'll do a fair amount of damage. The sub-cannons aren't exactly the weakest thing in the world. He's got a large cannon me. That almost took me out right there. Probably should have taken me out right there. And we could fight defensively, or we could fight aggressively. I'm going to fight aggressively because, yeah, I would like to do this. And if this guy does not die from this, I'm going to be simultaneously surprised and upset. Mostly upset because it's going to kill me in that case. But he's going to torpedo off, which is going to give me my turn. I'm amazed that he actually was able to, make that happen. That he was able to get that shot off before I was able to get mine. But the harpoon cannon should take him out. It was, I did use Incremus on that. We also have a shock torpedo, which will hit during this. And that does a good 32,000 damage, which is easily enough to take that guy out. So just 306 experience, nothing particularly amazing, no magic experience, no item drops. That was not meant to be the hardest fight. And as you'll notice, it says we've got a straight shot at Rhaknam. We did take out those 2 other ships. So, 1 fight, 2 ships. There you go. Jockman says he's waited for this for a long time and decides to shoot the harpoon cannon, which does not require the normal spin-up, and lodges it directly into Rhaknam's back. And now there's no escape for him. But that's not exactly a good thing. Apparently, the one ship we completely ignored, piloted by the Admiral, who's the most feared man in the Armada, is not going to just stand down, watch us take out his subordinates, and then take out his quarry. Ramirez's ship comes out of nowhere and decides to blow us out of the sky, like you'd kind of expect. I don't know what Drachma was thinking there. We should have fought Ramirez first. That's the first thing you do. Take out the entire enemy before letting him get you into pincer movement. So we're losing altitude, the propelling power is dropping rapidly, and if they keep this up, they're all going to die. They need to cut loose, but Drachma's not interested. He may not get another chance, and so we're all going to die so he can get his revenge. And Vice even comments on that. They've got to the abandoned ship, we need to get the lifeboats down below. Drachma says, he wants to know, should we abandon Little Jack? Yes, you should, otherwise you're going to die. Yes, let Rhaknam go, you can find him again. This is not the first time, this will not be the last time. If you die, it will not bring back your son. And as long as you're alive, you'll always have another chance. That's really true, actually. So Drachma's kind of upset about this, but Vice comments that if he dies now, the lives of his crew and his son, and not to mention all of us, will have been lost in vain. So he just kind of brushes him off. Gets kind of pissed and goes, fine, let's do it. We're abandoning ship. The Little Jack is going down. Bad things are happening. That Drachma's not happy about this either. This is the very ship that he lost his son on. Now he's going to lose this ship, like the last connection he had to his son and his crew. And the ship is burning. Bad things are happening. This is generally just not good stuff. So we need to make our way to the lifeboats, which we previously saw last episode, are right past this door. Luckily, there were 2 lifeboats. There's 4 of us. It's 2 per lifeboat. That's good, right? Yeah, in go the girls. Vice gets in the one. Aiko wants the captain to hurry because the ship's going down, and he's decided to be, the gentleman here and push everybody off, just kind of the way he should do. But Vice kind of understands that things are not exactly as they should be. Apparently, Rhaknam is hurt. He's smoking. I don't know animals could smoke. And apparently everybody understands exactly what Rhaknam's going to do. He's pushing them off to get them going, you know, of course, like he probably should, and the lifeboats kick in. Vice tells him to hurry up. He gives us a grin and pushes us out on our own, and then decides to go down with his ship. And Rhaknam. Don't forget, he's going after going after Rhaknam. So Vice is upset, Aka's upset, Fina's upset, you know, because he's going to die. And then this happens. Apparently Ramirez is not quite happy that we took out 2 of his ships, so he's firing at the lifeboats. Vice seems rather surprised by this, that this man would be so ruthless as to try to kill unarmed people. Vice gets hit, and he basically spirals on down. And down and down and down. And Ramirez just keeps on firing because there's nothing better to do than to keep shooting at lifeboats because you're a ruthless person that just wants to kill everybody. And that was the end of the game, guys. We all died. Oh well. End of story. Of course it's not the end of the story. The game keeps going. That's kind of how this works. And now we have what is, we have a shipwreck. But it's kind of different in Skies of Arcadia. When you're marooned on an island, you can't just make a raft, you know? In Skies of Arcadia, if you're stuck somewhere where there's no place else to go, when you've got no civilization for miles and miles and miles, you can't just make a raft or something. Even Vice is amazed he's alive. I'll be honest, I'm amazed he's alive. And as I said, we're kind of on a deserted island. Looks like he's been separated from Aka and Fina. You're absolutely right. He wonders where he is. We're not going to be able to find out for quite a long time, actually. Aka, Fina, and Drachma have left the party. Drachma's done so many times that we don't even bat an eyelash. The others, though, well. So we're on a deserted island. You can see off to our right over there, in some general location over there, there's a dark-looking area. We'll go investigate that later on down the line. And if we move on up here to the edge of the island, this lifted area, Vice is able to get a chance to look on around, see what's going on here. We got some gigantic mountain on this island. It's huge. There's something shining and shimmering up there. Wonder what that could be. So we go ahead and look around, but there's no sign of life on this island, like other than like the random monsters that you would expect. But he's definitely on an island. No, really, Vice. It's an uninhabited one. Well, that's obvious as well. It looks like a storm is coming, so we should find some shelter. Well, that's something that we have to do. And, yeah, so let's go start looking around. So as you can see, there's no other island within eyesight. We are distinctly alone here. Now, this island is where I screwed up my last Let's Play because I missed two different chests on this island. And this is a point of no return. In some ways. Like, you can go everywhere else, for the most part. There's only a couple of places in the game that you can't ever go back to. And this island is kind of one of them. If you don't get the 2 treasure chests on this island right now, or as soon as possible, because one of the treasure chests is actually denied us for a short while. But if you fail to get these treasure chests, you're not going to get them. If you continue on the storyline and do not get the treasure chests in question, you're not going to get them, you're going to miss them, it's going to cost you percentage points, and that could cost you, everything. Could cost you your, good title, could cost you the secret boss fight. So we got to make sure that we don't do that. So there's nothing in that cave. We come out here and we find some dead dude. Just kind of completely ignore him. Instead, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to move to the left. Now, as long as you skirt the left wall, you should be able to come here and get this particular chest, which is a Moonberry. Awesome. And then, if you keep on... No, I'm going to go to this cutscene. No, I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to go to this cutscene. So, if you interact with the skeleton, Vice will kneel down, try to get some information from him. And he's not the first guy to get shipwrecked this island. From the looks of his clothes, he was probably a sailor. We have no idea how old he's been, but he's been dead for a long time. Which means that nobody's been here for as long of a time. There's something embroidered on his collar, Gonzales, that was his name. And there's something in his pocket. Some sort of a map. It's very old. It could be a map of the island. There aren't any of the same landmarks. It's probably a map of some different island. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So this may come in handy in the future. He'll just hold on to it for a while. Yeah, that could be awesome. And he says he's going to give this man a proper burial so he'll finally be able to rest in peace. And there. He didn't do anything. He just stood there and looked down for a while. There. I gave him a proper burial. I guess I should find some high ground so I can check out the rest of the island. So I'm kind of doing things in the wrong order. The game kind of wants you to find Gonzalez first, then go look around at the peak there, and then come back. So now he's saying that he'll give Gonzalez a proper burial later on. So once you're done with all of that, once you've gotten your first chest, then you need to come into this room back here. And you'll immediately get a cutscene. This cutscene is kind of a pain in the ass because there's a chest in this room, and you may completely miss it. So he thinks his friend Gonzalez had the same idea. He was living in here for quite a while. Doesn't look like he has much of a choice, so he might as well set up camp in here and get some rest. That's fantastic. I'm glad you have a plan, Vice. You're doing better than I am, buddy. And he wants to know that the other two are safe. Well, hopefully they will be. Yeah, they were shot down too. And we get the you have taken a rest sound, which will tell us that you have taken a rest. Isn't that obvious? So we find the other two sleeping in some sort of very, very pink bed. That bed is very pink. And looks like Aka is gradually waking up and finding that she has a very pink bed, and those are some really large pillows. Wants to know how they ended up in this place, where they are. Fina's kind of curious about the place. She doesn't see Vice or Captain Drachma. She hopes that they're okay. They're probably dead. Sorry. And Aka, they're probably fine. They're both too stubborn to die that easily. There's the wink. Notice that Aka's hair is down for some reason. And she's kind of curious who saved her. That's a very good thing to be curious about. And all of a sudden, it's a very, very pink lady, who's apparently a young woman. And she's kind of a sassy young one. Let's see what she can get for them. She wants to get them some soup. She doesn't care about, the fact that there's just two random people in her bed. Apparently she saved them, I guess. That's Aka, that's Fina. They are both happy that she saved them. And you have such pretty names. Uh-oh, this could be bad. I need an adult! They're lucky that she found their lifeboat. They are both unconscious. She's kind of curious what's going on. There's a spin. She loves exciting stories. Aka doesn't want to talk about it. And, this woman is not going to force her to talk about it. She should get some sort of payment for saving these two lives, right? She thinks that they're air pirates based on the look of them. If you looked at these two, okay, maybe Aka, but if you looked at Fina, would you immediately think, you know what, I think you're an air pirate? No, you'd go, wow, you're blonde. And that's a very revealing dress. And that'd be kind of it, Apparently she guessed right. She doesn't have, she's not anything for them to worry about. Because she's an air pirate too. There you go, and there's a wink. What? Really? You have a ship. It's pink and it's well done. Of course she's an air pirate. This is Clara of the Blue Rogues. Apparently this organization is everywhere. There you go. And after some soup, which apparently they did not eat at all, they have told her their story, and apparently Fina still has her shoes on. In bed. And Clara's immediately, you guys like him. I mean, like, right? You have to have faith in your man. Look at both of them, so embarrassed about it. You'd think there'd be a cat fight going on right now between the two of them, but nope. Apparently they're going to be reaching Nasrad in a few moments. We've heard that name before. And Clara wants them to land. They're going to land in Nasr's capital, Nasrad, very soon, and it's a very large city. Maybe they can find out where Vice is while they're there, which is always a possibility. You never know. Vice could have landed in Nasrad somehow after being shot down. Yeah, he's probably dead. So here's Nasrad. We've actually heard about this place. Maramba is part of Nasr. It's just they're separated by a little bit of a mountain. But we've been in Nasr before. So, now this is the capital right here. So the two of them are just kind of hanging out on the pier. Clara says she's set sail. It's wonderful meeting the two of them. And she's so sorry they couldn't spend time together. You could keep them on your crew so they can keep looking. But she's going to give them 5,000 gold immediately, which is absolutely chump change. We probably have 80 times that, or some very, very large amount. We have a lot of money. First Day of Our Lives, and you give us gold. It's nothing. That's less than 10 Rissalem crystals. That's nothing. But apparently, they're all being so gracious about it. She, too, is a blue rogue. She wants to know where Clara's going, and she's going after the man she loves. God, do I feel for him. He's apparently an air pirate, a little on the wild side, but he's strong and he's smart, and therefore he's desirable. He's yummy. Apparently she's going to eat him. No, I mean she's going to cook and eat him, watch. She follows him wherever he goes, and someday he'll come around and fall in love with her, too. No, it's not romantic. That's a stalker thing. And even Aka's like, I don't know about that, but you saved our lives and gave us money, so I'm not going to say anything until your back is turned. And now Clara's going to get going. She hopes she'll see them again. Wonderful luck, and off she goes at her very pink ship. Her gun ports are hearts. That's terrible. No one should ever make a ship like that. The two of them share a look. See, even she said that's the nicest stalker that I've ever met. But at least explains why her entire ship looks like a honeymoon suite. Even Aka says it. Honeymoon? Yeah, you wouldn't know that term. Don't worry about it. We're not going to talk about the birds and the bees tonight, because I'm sure you have no idea being in such a cloistered life. We have received Clara's purse. And so now we're going to go ahead and explore Nasrad. Your mileage may vary. So there's a chest that we need to get. So we're going to go and get that real quick. And there's not really anything out here we actually care about, so we're going to ignore the majority of them. There's nothing for us to do. When we come back later on, we will have things to do then, but just about every NPC here just has random things to talk about, and they won't give us anything. If you talk to any merchant, you'll comment that you have no money. You can't talk to the Sailors Guild because you have no ship. It's all just dialogue about how, oh, woe is us, we can't do anything here. But what we do want to do is we want to go over here, because this, the treasure chest we're about to get is also a treasure chest that can be lost permanently. You have several chances to get it, but, you can lose this one. So you just go around and under and pick up this treasure chest, which contains a Sylph seed. And that's about it. Talk to any of these merchants, they'll tell you about their wares. Kind of cool. Flavor stuff. But that's about it. I do like the varying levels of this area. You can't ever go visit any of the other ones, but it's a very nice, kind of nice-looking area. Makes sense. Looks cool. Good stuff. So back into the main area we go. And we're almost done here. So the first thing we want to do is, if I remember correctly, we got to go up here. Where's up here? This area kind of always annoys me because there's a very specific set of steps you have to go in order to get to where you have to go. You gotta get up to the second floor up here, which there's only like 2 ways up. Come on, let me out. Okay, so if you go in this direction, there's a kind of minor optional thing I want to do, because I find how funny everybody, this is so transparent to everyone in Aka and Fina want to be, wrong place. This is the item shop. I don't want to be there, I want to be the weapon shop. So we want to go in here. And remember, recognize this guy? It's the merchant, the one we escorted and got the Blue Passport from. And he remembers her. It's been many moons. Apparently this has been a long time. It's been like, I don't know if by moons he means days or months, but it's been quite a long time since we last saw this guy. He recalls that we escorted him to the Nasrad border a little while back, and wonders where the friend is with the eye patch. Are we not traveling anymore? And Aka says it's a long story, but they were separated somehow. And the Nasrad merchant immediately thinks there's some sort of a split up, that they were partners, and you do not have to pretend. It is said that the closer you are to one, the more they make you angry. Well, here, take this. And so what he gives us is an Abirik Cham. I commented about this earlier. It is it's a moonstone shard, so this is something that Cupel will eat. And this will give him, it's kind of a supercharge. And depending where you are on the Cupel chart, because there is actually there's a tree that you can follow along to see which Cupel things you want to unlock. Some have better damage than others, some have better accuracy than others. But the Abirik Cham will shift you into various areas on the chart. So we're not going to use it right now until I figure out exactly where we are and exactly, where we need to go. Instead, we're going to go to this place. This is a usurer, I believe? Usurer? First, it's a loan shark. Osmond Financial. The owner's in the back room. So we need to get a loan, so that way we can get a ship and actually get ourselves out of here. So let's talk to Osmond. Hi, Osmond. Talk to me. Talk to me. Salutations. I'm the owner of this business. People call me an Osmond. An Osmond, exactly. That's a financier, a moneylender. If we're in need of gold, they can help us. I don't know if this is a guy or girl, and I frankly do not want to know. Will you really? Our ship was destroyed in a shipwreck, so we need to buy a new one. Could you lend us some money? We promise we'll pay it back. Osmond's immediately interested. That must have been terrifying, but you'll have to excuse her asking. What we offer as collateral? Our bodies. What is that key behind Osmond? I'm curious. Collateral? We'll barely escape with clothes on our back. Got nothing to our names. And Osmond's immediate, like, no. Shut up! Just please show these customers to the door. What's this about? We're trying to pay you back. We may not have any collateral, but you can trust us. We're pirates. I'm not running a charity. I will do business with anyone if it'll make me even a single piece of gold. Just one. Only one. But I'll turn even the Sultan away if it looks like I can take a loss. So, we could give you lots of gold, but you're going to turn us away because you could lose a gold. Money is the very life. Oh, precious, precious money. Be on your way, be on your way. I love gold. That is exactly who that reminds me of. So now that we have talked to Osmond, you know, we're not going to get any help from the money launderer. Sorry, money lender. Easy mistake, right? But yeah, we're not going to get any help from the money lender. Money lender. There we go. I cannot say those syllables. I'm not sure why. Cannot get any help from them, so we're going to have to find another way to make money. So the obvious answer is to go work. And I know that's a really strange concept for two pirates. Or a pirate and a recluse that came to Earth for no particular reason. But we're going to have to go into here and talk to this man, who is a bartender. Hey, you got work for me? He wants us to come in and relax. This is the center of trade. They've got anything from anything corner of the world, anything we may wish, we probably have. Do you have a job? No, that's not what I need to do? Oh, what do I need to do? Hold on. It's been a while. I gotta remember exactly where I have to go from here. So we can't get it from the money launderer. I'm gonna keep on doing that. Now I'm doing it on purpose. I don't want to talk to you. If I remember correctly... Alright, I think I have to go talk to this guy. I think I have to go... Not the ship parts merchant, that's that guy. I need to go talk to this dude. Notice that our face is on the wanted poster. Doesn't look like they have one for Vice. Who is that on the left-hand side up there? That's Vice. Yep. Let's talk to this guy. Sup? So we have no money, no ship. We don't have time to look for discoveries. That may be a problem, but you can always go to the moneylender and borrow some. We tried that. Yeah, we tried the moneylender. The moneylender turned us away. Oh God, what am I? One second. I'm trying to remember exactly what I have to do. If I remember, I thought it. I know that we have to get the job here. I know we have to do that, but where do we? Hold on, I'm thinking. Oh, God. We already did the money launderer. We know that we can't go to them. They turned us away. What's the next step? This is what you get for trying to sequence break. Okay, now I think I remember. If I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure that I do, the next thing I need to do is go to the inn first, which is right here. Which, I think I'm right. I think we go talk to this woman. And we say, we've been trying to get shipwrecked, we have no money, we're trying to find a way to raise money. And the innkeeper says they will start a tab, and we can settle it when we leave. So now we're going to stay the night, and we go to the second floor and use the room. And that's what we do. We have to do that first, and then we can go to the bar later. Okay, I remembered. So we're going to be stuck in Nasrad for a little while. What we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to go look for work. I got to save them some gold. We'll set that money, and we save some more, we can buy a small ship and go looking for fights. That sounds like a fantastic idea. What do you think? Vina seems like she says it's a good plan. And I agree with her. Let's get some rest, we'll hope for the best, and good stuff will happen. Wow, Aka, that was an eyeful. It's not as if there's a camera right here looking at you or anything. She wonders where Vice is, and that's a very good question. And now we have two mice singing, "Somewhere out there." Vina wants to know if he's looking at the same moon. That's a very good question, considering there's 6 different moons in the game. It could be a very different moon indeed. Unlike on Earth, where if you go, "Are you looking at the same moon as me?" Well, chances are, But no, Vice is looking at the exact same moon. So here's Vice, looking on up, hoping, also thinking the same thing. "Are you looking at the same moon?" And he hopes they're alright. Well, I hope that was alright, guys. I thank you for joining me. And when I see you guys next time, we're going to continue trying to help Vice get off the deserted island and rejoin with Fina and Aka. I will see you guys soon.